Hey gamers, Melkor6925 here, bringing the latest episode of our Game of the Week. And the game that we are covering this week is The Walking Dead. Oh yes, The Walking Dead Road to Survival. This game looks absolutely fantastic, and it's based on the hit series The Walking Dead. Now, I must admit, it is not predominantly based on the TV show of The Walking Dead, but it is based more on the comics. And if you look at the characters on screen now, you will even see it's the characters from the comic book series. Woohoo! Now, if you've not read the comic book series or you've not watched the TV series, before you do anything else as well, I advise you to watch and read those, because they are amazing. I love both series, so let's get into the game. Herschel is starting. The governor is coming for revenge, and Laurie says walkers have breached the fence and are causing trouble. Oh, are they really, Herschel? Rick, okay, let's clear them out first, then we'll deal with the governor and his men. Tap character icon to attack. So let's just click on Rick. Boom! Headshot. Tap on the enemy, and that's Herschel to finish that walker off. Landing attacks and taking damage gives you adrenaline points. This charges your character's power, the adrenaline rush. So basically, it's an upgraded attack strength in which you can do more damage to your opponent. Obviously, at this point in time, we are doing it from the survivor's perspective. They're bringing everything they've got. Who should we take out first? Ranged firearm group or the melee weapon group? I would say we go for the ranged firearm group. Let's do it. Make every shot count. This human's trait is alert. So all the different characters have different traits. Herschel's is tough. Attack the alert character for best damage. So a character with a certain trait performs better against characters with a certain other trait. So for example, someone with a high alert might be better off against attacking someone with a different form of trait. So it does affect how you play, who attacks first, who you attack first. It's not over. The governor's on the tank. Now, if you've watched the TV series or read the magazines, you will see how this plays out. And oh my god, it was amazing. Take them out now! And that's the governor with his one arm. Lily Cole, I'm on her. Garrett, she's unarmed. Darius, I'm running away. What are we doing here? That's Laurie. Is she going to take the shot? Oh, we'll just have to wait and see it another time. So 10 months earlier. Nearly a year before the assault on the prison, three friends reached the small town of Woodbury, Georgia. So this is obviously taking you onto the governor's side. See, there's the town. We get inside, you know, safety in numbers. Darius, all I'm saying is you get attached to people. Start making decisions that aren't in the best interest. Next thing you know, hold it, hands up high, or you die right there. That's Barker, one of the bad guys. Shit, I knew it. Easy there, I'm Garrett. This is Darius, and let's decide what name we're going to be. What name do you reckon we should be? Do you think Melkor6925? Yes, of course, it's going to be Melkor6925. What else would it be? We've been on the road a while. Maybe we can help each other out. Is it just you three? Oh, I hope so. You see anyone else? So, guys, as the game just goes through the commentary, I'll tell you a bit about the game. Obviously, you get different scenarios that you've got to complete, and you've got to complete these scenarios to advance within the game. So, pretty basic, pretty straightforward. And obviously you can tell the style of the game and what it's going to be straight from the offset. That's not going to change at all. The style is quite cartoony, quite characterful, and if you're into that kind of thing, great. If you're not, then it might be something that you'd struggle with. Personally, I don't mind the style. I've played that indie style of game quite a lot in the past, and I'll continue to play that style of game a lot in the future as well. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's not my favourite style of game, but overall, it's still entertaining. Now, as you can see, at this moment in time, we're just building a few buildings inside Woodbury, so inside the gated area of Woodbury. Just things like houses, medical centre, things like that. The more you progress within the game, the more things you can build, the more you can upgrade, the more characters that you bring into the game. Let's see, we've got Martez on the screen, who's a character from both the TV series and the comic book series. Quite a major character who dies in quite a tragic way. Quite entertaining, but tragic nonetheless. But he is a bad guy, so you don't really mind that. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to go on our first mission. Obviously, we've got to recruit the characters that we want to take with us. And then we are going to go and obviously do this attack on the depot. I think it's the depot that we're going to go. Obviously, we receive Glenn. We're going to gather a few people together and we're going to go out there. Now, you go out in groups of anything from 3 to 5 people, I believe. Obviously, all your characters have got different traits, different attributes, different strengths, different weaknesses. Now, as you can see, we've just got the governor. He's arriving at Woodbury for the first time. Obviously, he's known as Philip Blake back then. Oh, Philip. Aren't you a character? And not a nice character as well. Or at least he won't be a nice character at some point. Obviously, as the game progresses, the characters progress as well. So they go from either being good guys to bad guys to good guys. You see how their characters are moulded by the different environment. So let's go over to Home and complete stage 1 of the series. So, Sandy, how do you end up in Woodbury? This is Garrett. He is one of the good guys at this moment in time. Obviously, it goes through all the character development as well, so you get to know a bit of background story about certain characters. We know that Sandy had to put down a sister when she became a walker. Something that a lot of people in the game will have had to have done, obviously, because you're living in a zombie apocalypse, you're going to have to put people down that you used to care for, etc. It's not an easy situation. But obviously, it's part of the game. It's part of the Walking Dead universe, part of that world. So, like I said, all this background information about the characters just gives you an idea of who they are, what they're about, and what they could potentially bring to the game and to the character and to their role. So, obviously, it's an entertaining game. There's a large aspect to it of fighting, character development, getting to know the characters, all in and around the entire story. Anyone who's a Walking Dead fan will really appreciate this game and really enjoy it. Anyone who's not a Walking Dead fan, if they're into this style of game, so the indie fighting style, etc., they'll enjoy the game as well. If it's not your style of gameplay, you may not enjoy it so much. It just depends on how much you enjoy this style. For me, I admit it's not my favourite style of gameplay, but it's still a style that I do thoroughly enjoy. Like I said, a lot of the games I've played in the past are similar, if not as interesting as this. So, what score should I give it out of 5? Well, overall, it's an entertaining game. There's a lot of aspects to it, and it does go into a lot of detail, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things you've got to learn about the game, even though it does seem quite basic and straightforward. Getting to know all the different trait systems, the different weapon types, how the characters interact, what the best way of attacking is, who to attack first, how to attack. So there's a fantastic range of things within the game, how to build Woodbury, what you build up, what you upgrade, how you upgrade. So it's a massive thing, how many survivors you save, etc. So it's got a lot going for it. The graphics, like I said before, if they're your style, great. The sounds are fantastic. They're really gory. They're in your face. It's quite brutal. Everything you come to expect from a Walking Dead game. Just like the TV series, it's the same kind of eerie atmosphere, which is fantastic. So, overall, I'm going to give the score... It's going to be... That's right. It's 4 out of 5. Not quite 5 out of 5 because at the end of the day, it is an enjoyable game and it's got a hell of a lot going for it. I think there is hours of play for the majority of people. I just don't think that it will be the right game for absolutely everyone. For me, it's fantastic. I'll be playing this game for hours to come. Maybe days, even weeks. Who knows? But it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And that's the reason why I think I've just dropped it down slightly to 4 out of 5. Still a fantastic game. They do try and obviously put things in your face like where they're trying to sell you things. But that's the same with a lot of iOS-based games now. It's just the way it is. Right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed what you see, please subscribe. Any comments, please comment below. If you've got any suggestions for Game of the Week next week, let me know and I will see what I can do. Thank you all for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care.